So this is my 1975 Buick LeSabre Convertible that I got from an estate sale, and it is pretty awesome. Hi, and welcome to Pomeroy's Garage. This is my very first video, so thanks for clicking on it. I thought, what would be the best car to do a review on? And I had the twin turbo in mind, I had a couple Corvettes in mind, and then I landed on my beloved 1975 Buick LeSabre. And the reason being is because I've owned this car for around 2 months now, and I have just fallen in love with it, okay? It is a 455 AC car, obviously a convertible. There are just so many things that I absolutely adore about this car. I got this car at an estate sale, as you can read in the title, and I got it for $8,000 Canadian. So that's roughly around like 5,000, 5,500 American. I think it is an absolute steal, especially when you check out that there's no rust on this car. It is like 95, 90% original paint. And even the tires are from 1997. I'm gonna change those, but we'll get into that in this video. But honestly, I love this car and I'm super excited to show it to you. So here is Lloyd. Lloyd is named after his previous owner. I like doing that with all of my cars, or relatively all of my cars, because number one, they're usually previously owned by someone who really, really cared about them. And I like that kind of legacy to live on with the car. Now, this car is pretty much exactly as you see it, as I bought it, okay? I did buff and polish the paint. One of my buddies did it because I went to a car show, but I think it turned out really, really nice. As you can see, the interior is just beautiful. And I mean that literally. There's only one imperfection that I see on this car, and it is right here, the dash. It wasn't like that when I bought it, and I honestly think the lady that sold it to me took it on one last drive and damaged the dash. So that kind of sucks, but you know what? For $8,000, I couldn't really ask for more. Power windows. That's one thing we don't have on this car is power seats. You see, we have the manual seats, but other than that, it is fully loaded. We'll sit down here. It even has the optional 3-pronged steering wheel. The other ones had just one continuous bar across. In here, we have the power trunk. I think that's really cool. And I didn't even know that these came with power trunks in 1975. So I'm learning on this car as I go. But the clock does work. I don't know why it's stuck like that. I think maybe the ignition has to be on. But the clock does work because it was working when I brought it home. Radio works. Speakers are working and they do good. They definitely do need to be replaced though, just because they are 50 years old now. But just look how supple the seats are. Like there's no cracking, nothing like that. And it feels very, very cushiony. So, I mean, just on that aspect alone, the interior is an A+++. Now, I'll walk you around the car. As I said, it is mostly original paint. I would say 90 to 95%. So you do see things like that close up. There's a little couple door dings that can get out with a PDR guy can get them out. You see this kind of like slash there almost. The rear fillers have been repainted, but they did a really good job. I don't know when that was, but they did a pretty good job. Coming over here on the side, the convertible top has no rips or anything like that, but it is actually just a beautiful car. Power antenna. The chrome on the bumpers is A1. They honestly look amazing. Everything works on this car, which is very surprising being that it is 50 years old. Windows work, air conditioning works, radio works. No problems with the speedo, no problems with the clock, no problems with the power top. But let's take a look at this engine. Everything you see here is as I bought it. I haven't done anything to this car, and I think, except doing an oil change and transmission fluid change. I haven't done anything. Oh, actually, that's a lie. I also did change the battery. But other than that, it is exactly how I bought it, and I love that about it. If you follow me on any socials, you know that I like putting LS's in everything. That is not something I want to do on this car. I want to keep this car super original because I just love that look. And I think that it would be a shame to ever change this car from something that is not as you see it, right? Now, my dad, he has a 1975 Buick LeSabre Convertible, just like this one, but with a white interior, and it has a LS in it. So I think I have my fill of that. But this car right here is just amazing. I want to show you guys what's in the trunk because this car came with a bunch of goodies that I honestly was not expecting. But when the lady threw all this stuff in, I was very, very excited. So here's what we got. So here is what's in it. So number one, original hubcaps. Very, very cool. Like super cool to have, although I like the hubcaps that are on it. But even those, whole tire and wheel package is getting changed. Spare tire, I knew that was coming with it. Some things I didn't know, this car cover. In here is extra spare carpet, which is really, really cool. If you guys are Buick LeSabre aficionados, you know exactly what this is. This is one half and the other half to the parade boot. So the parade boot, what happens is it goes right over here. It covers the power top and it gives it a very seamless look and it kind of hides away all that mess. I think those go for around $1,500, $2,000 Canadian. I'm very excited about that, honestly. Another thing I'm very excited about are the original factory floor mats. Now, it does have original factory floor mats in it, in the front and in the back. There is a whole other set of original floor mats. And I looked at these things are around $500 American. So number one, that's amazing. Number two is how good of like condition they're in. Now, yes, there is a little tear, but they're all original. Like someone could use those. I'm gonna keep it with the car because I think it tells a story, but still. Honestly, I think the fact that the previous owner decided to keep all of these things and to keep it with the car, it's gonna stay like that. And I think that's gonna be part of my story when I'm in Cobble Beach Concours d'Elegance, because, I mean, being in the 30 under 30, you're gonna have a lot of people. I think there's 6 cars, and you know, there's gonna be people that care about the history of the car, but there's also gonna be people who just like, meh, you know, they have a cool car for under $30,000. I think that with this whole story and preservation of this car, I don't know. There's something about it that really, really draws me into it. Like even the guy even kept his tools back here, you know. These aren't my tools. These are just tools that he had. I'm just noticing that now, and wow. This car starts up on a dime. It is super quiet. Like, I could honestly not ask for more in a car. Now, I said I was changing the tires on that car, and I'll show you exactly what I'm gonna change them to. They're actually the Buick road wheels from that same era. They could have been optioned on that car, they just weren't. But I have a couple sets, and I'm actually gonna take the set off of my 1976 Buick Electra deuce and a quarter. Now here is a parts car, before I get to the 76, here's a parts car 75 Buick LeSabre. So if anything kind of goes wrong on my car, I'll have a first dibs at parts off this one. But as we make our way over here, you can see the 76 Buick Electra. Absolutely beautiful. I bought this car for $2,000. I'll make a whole nother video on this car if you guys want. But as you can see, number one, these tires aren't from 1997. They're from 2023. But the road wheels look so good. They look so good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the tires off of my 75, put them onto this car, and then for Cobble Beach Concours d'Elegance, I'll just have road wheels on my 75, which I'm very, very excited about because I think it will change the whole look of the car. If you follow me on Instagram, you know all about my 1984 Chevy Impala with a twin turbo LS. I think like everyone knows this car because I'm known most for this car. But I think it has a tranny leak or a coolant leak because it's leaking from the front, but I couldn't see what color the fluid was. So it's either red or green, but I just couldn't see it. I'll have to figure that out. I'll have to diagnose that later. But I am super, super happy that I bought this car. And I think that in my possession, it is going to be upgraded only cosmetically, you know, with the road wheels, maybe more buffs and polishes, nothing. It doesn't need anything. This car, I'm happy to leave this car exactly the way it is and drive it forever. I've already taken it out on a date to a drive-in movie. That was pretty cool, my very first date at a drive-in movie theater. I won't do that again, but it was in this car, so that was pretty cool. There's so much story to this car, so much story to happen, so many things to happen. And in my possession, I'll document it all for you guys. But thank you so much for watching this video and staying along and you know, following along with it. If you want to know anything about any of the cars you saw in this video, comment down below. I'll make a video on them. I'll answer all your questions. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to follow, that'd be great. If not, maybe I'll see you around. But thank you so much. Talk to you later.